You sent the message. It says delivered. You wait. The minutes turn into hours. The hours turn into days. There is no response. There is no closure. There is only a silence so loud it breaks your heart. This is not just bad manners. This is psychological warfare. You check their social media. They are online. They are posting stories. They are alive. But to you, they are dead, or worse. To them, you are dead. You have been ghosted. You have been erased from the narrative of someone else's life without a closing credit, without a goodbye, without a reason. You are left holding a bag full of questions and a chest full of phantom pain. You replay the last conversation like a forensic analyst looking for the clue that solves the crime. But there is no clue. There is only the void. Welcome to the psychology of the ghost. Today we are going to perform an autopsy on the ghoster. We are going to open up the brain of the person who vanishes. And we are going to show you that their disappearance has nothing to do with your value, and everything to do with their cowardice. Welcome to the Watched Hour. Let us begin with the neuroscience of why it hurts. Why does ghosting feel like a physical blow? We must look at the anterior cingulate cortex. This is the pain center of the brain. It registers a broken leg, and it registers social exclusion. To your brain, being ignored is indistinguishable from being hit with a stick. But ghosting adds a specific layer of torture known as the Z-Garnicke effect. Blume Z-Garnicke was a psychologist who discovered that the human brain hates open loops. We remember unfinished tasks twice as well as finished ones. When someone breaks up with you and says, "I do not love you anymore," that is a closed loop. It hurts, but the brain can file it away under rejection. When someone ghosts you, the loop remains open. Your brain cannot file it. It keeps spinning. It keeps searching for the resolution. It keeps asking why. This cognitive spinning burns glucose. It creates anxiety. It keeps you awake at night. You are not just sad. You are cognitively stuck in a glitch. You are a computer program waiting for a line of code that will never be written. Now let us turn the scalpel onto the ghoster. Who are they? Are they evil? Are they busy? No. They are emotionally stunted. We must examine the concept of object constancy. This is a developmental milestone that children reach around age 3. It is the ability to understand that people continue to exist, even when you cannot see them. The ghoster often lacks emotional object constancy, out of sight. When they are with you, they feel the connection, but the moment they leave, you cease to be real to them. You become an abstraction, a pixel on a screen, and one does not owe an explanation to a pixel. We must also look at the avoidant attachment style. This is the primary operating system of the ghoster. The avoidant person craves intimacy, but they are terrified of engulfment. They pull you close. They charm you. But the moment things get real, their amygdala screams danger, trap, suffocation. They do not process this fear logically. They process it as a need to escape. To explain their departure would require a confrontation. It would require vulnerability. So they choose the path of least resistance. They vanish. They view their silence as a way of avoiding conflict. This is a lie. They are not protecting you. They are protecting themselves from the guilt of seeing you hurt. It is the ultimate act of selfishness disguised as passivity. Let us dig deeper into the modern marketplace. We live in the age of the paradox of choice. Barry Schwartz described this phenomenon. When you have infinite options, you value none of them. Dating apps have turned human beings into commodities. You are a card in a deck. If there is one tiny thing wrong with you, they can just swipe left. There are thousands of other options waiting in the queue. This creates the illusion of abundance. The ghoster believes that the perfect partner is just one swipe away, so they treat people like disposable razors. Use them, dull them, throw them away. They do not repair, they replace. This creates a culture of low investment. Why would I invest the emotional energy to explain myself to you when I can just download a new person? It is the Amazon Prime mentality applied to the human soul. Fast delivery, free returns, no questions asked. But the cost is the death of depth. You cannot build a cathedral with disposable bricks. We must also consider the dark triad, specifically narcissism and psychopathy. For the narcissist, ghosting is a power move. It is the ultimate discard. By ghosting you, they retain total control over the narrative. They leave you hungry. They leave you wanting. They know that you are checking your phone, and that knowledge gives them a hit of narcissistic supply. They feel powerful because they are the one who determines if the interaction continues. For the psychopath, it is simpler. They are bored. You were a toy. The toy is no longer entertaining, so they drop it. They do not feel your pain because they do not have the hardware for empathy. They move on to the next stimulation without a backward glance. You are analyzing the relationship. They have already forgotten your name. Let us look at the concept of ambiguous loss. This term was coined by Pauline Boss. It is a loss that occurs without closure or clear understanding. Like a soldier missing in action, this state of limbo is psychologically corrosive. It prevents you from moving on. You keep the door slightly ajar, just in case they come back. And they often do come back. This is the zombie-ing phenomenon. 3 months later, a text appears. Hey stranger, as if nothing happened. Why do they do this? Because they are testing the fence. They want to see if you are still an available option. They want to see if they can still get an ego boost from you. If you reply, you confirm that you have no self-respect. You confirm that you are a waiting room, and they will walk in, use the facilities, and leave again. Do not answer the zombie. The dead should stay dead. So how do we handle this? How do we find peace in the silence? We need a protocol. We call this the internal closure protocol. Protocol 1, the funeral rite. You are waiting for them to give you closure. They will never give it to you. You must give it to yourself. Closure is not a conversation. Closure is a decision. It is the decision that the story is over. Hold a mental funeral for the relationship. Acknowledge that it is dead. Grieve the potential, but bury the body. Write a letter to them saying everything you want to say. Scream your anger. Cry your tears. And then burn the letter. Watch the smoke rise. That is the spirit of the relationship leaving. It is done. You are free. Protocol 2, the narrative reframing. You are telling yourself a story where you are the victim. Change the story. You are the CEO of a company. They were an applicant for the position of partner. They showed up for the interview, but then they failed to show up for the second round. They proved they are unreliable. They proved they are unprofessional. Would you chase an applicant who didn't show up? No. You would shred their resume and interview the next candidate. They did not reject you. They failed the interview. Protocol 3, the silence of the void. This is the hardest part, but the most crucial. Do not text them. Do not call them. Do not ask for an explanation. Any communication from you is a reward. It tells them they still have access. Your silence is the only weapon that can pierce their armor. When you vanish as completely as they did, it shocks them. They expect you to chase. They expect you to beg. When you do not, you flip the script. You become the mystery. You become the high-value asset that slipped away. Your dignity is worth more than their explanation. Silence is the ultimate roar of self-respect. Rejection is protection. The universe sometimes removes people from your life because they are blocking your path. They are blocking your growth. If they had stayed, you would have settled for a mediocre love. The ghosting was a divine intervention. It was a hard shove in the right direction. Thank them, silently, for getting out of the way. You are solid. You are real. You exist. Do not let a phantom convince you that you are a ghost. They are the ghost. You are the living. Live. We are mind ministry. Then we are watching.